What's up, everyone? My name is Adam and welcome to Visiting Creatures. Tonight I am packing for a solo one-night trip. It's going to be a saltwater trip. So let's get started. For my clothing, I use a seal line, see-through dry bag. It's a 10 liter. I'm bringing a pair of Columbia pants. Probably won't wear them, but if the bugs are bad, I will. Board shorts, one pair of underwear, one pair of socks, and one long sleeve shirt. It's similar to the one that I have on. I normally have a separate bag for my food, but since I'm only going for one night, my clothing bag's gonna be used for both. So for dinner tonight, I'm going to have the Kickin' Chicken Hot Wings wrap, and this is by Kayak Gourmet. It's good. All their stuff is good. It says to bring 2 to 4 flour tortillas. I'm bringing 4 corn ones. I have a buddy that said he's going to be coming out tonight, but he doesn't get off work until 11 p.m. and then it's a 1-hour paddle to the island that I'm staying on. So if he doesn't come, I'm going to have oatmeal for breakfast. But if he does come, I have a 2 servings Mountain House biscuits and gravy. I use this Seal Line Black Canyon dry bag. It's a 5 liter, and I use this for my toiletries. Flushable wet wipes, soap, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, and floss, a headlamp, a pack towel, Repel 40 DEET, a lighter, extra batteries for the headlamp, a pocket shower. This pocket shower holds 10 liters of water, which ends up being about 3 gallons, and you can take a 7-minute shower. I hang this thing in a tree, and I use it for washing dishes and my hands, and I like to clean up a little bit before I go to bed at night, so I wash up using this thing. These are my eating utensils, fork and spoon. They're long, so you can get down into the freeze-dried meals and not get your hands dirty from the food. They're about 12 bucks. I believe they're called sprongs, and you can put them together like this and they become tongs. They're dishwasher safe. It's a high heat plastic, up to 400 degrees, I believe. These are American made. I try to buy all gear that is American made. I think they come in like 3 different colors. They're made by a company called Emberlit. So this is a bag from Kayak Gourmet that they sent me for ordering a bunch of food. I use it for everything. I keep my Emberlit stove in there. I'll show you this setup and using it. A gear hanger that I'll go over once I'm at camp. Thermocell, gloves, JB water weld, and a Leatherman. The JB water weld is in case I hit an oyster or somehow get a hole in my kayak, I'll be able to plug it and get home. I always have this on every trip I go on. Never had to use it yet, thankfully, but it's here. The reason I have so many cotton balls with Vaseline on them, it's been raining every single day for a month now. So it's going to be hard to start a fire with all the wood being so saturated, but each one of these cotton balls will burn for about 3 minutes, easy to make. So that's going with me. This is my first aid kit. I'm not going to open it up and go through it. I have a fire log in here, but I don't go in here unless there's an emergency. I have had to get into the first aid kit more than one occasion, so I'm glad I always have it. This isn't necessarily a dry bag. It does keep water out pretty well. If it fell in the water and you were able to grab it, you'd probably be okay. This is a luxury item. This is a table. It's heavy. Unfortunately, they don't make these in America. This thing I think was made in China. But this thing is awesome. It goes on every single trip with me. Ends up becoming a community table. Get one. You'd be glad you did. Bring in a machete, an Nalgene canteen, and I have a military stainless steel cup that I'm going to use to boil the water in. For my sleeping stuff, I put it in this. This is a Seal Line Baja 20-liter dry bag. This is a War Bonnet Blackbird hammock. This is a War Bonnet tarp for the hammock. It is the Mini Fly. Stakes for the tarp. This is my newest piece of gear. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. It's a Hammock Gear burrow top quilt. Actually, it's the Hammock Gear Econ burrow top quilt. Can't wait to use this thing. I do live in Florida. It's going to be hot, so I probably won't use it, but I'm going to have it with me. This is a Thermarest Quadra chair. This is made in the United States also. It weighs 2 pounds, 14 ounces, and can hold 300 pounds of capacity. I love this thing. Get one. I'll show it to you when I get to camp. It's comfortable. Well, I'm here, getting ready to put my yak in the water. Just have to adjust my chair. Mosquitoes are terrible already. And here's where I'm gonna start. All right, but I'll be back. And we're off. So this trip starts off freshwater and gradually turns into salt. Really got this thing loaded down. You will be able to see the vegetation slowly change from fresh water to salt water. The place I launched from is a goat farm. The farmer that owns the place is in charge of my daughter's 4-H. And they were kind enough to let me keep my vehicle on launch from their property. I'd say it's about a 10 or 15-minute paddle further upriver to where I usually launch at, and I have to keep my vehicle there out in public. I've never had any problems, but it's great that these people are so nice. So where you see this car up here, this is normally where I launch from. And it's only about a 10-minute paddle, maybe 15 minutes, I don't know. But from their farm, this is like 2 miles away if you had to drive here. So if my buddy does make it out, this is where he's going to be putting in at. Usually I see all kinds of birds. It's kind of strange not seeing anything. Usually the water's so shallow right here that you have to hug the tree bank. I would be right on top of a sandbar right now. You really only can get out to this campsite that we have found by kayak or canoe. Maybe a small John boat. You'll see what I mean when I get up to the mangroves. Machete. Sure did. Well, this is what I mean about not being able to get back here without a canoe or a kayak. battery literally just died, and I am almost to the island. So I stopped, changed the battery out. Ugh. So, we are at camp, kind of. So, this is actually a game trail. Look at the crabs. Poison ivy. Here's camp. No one ever comes out here, so we got this thing for free from someone. Brought it out here, set it up, but we haven't been out here in months. So it just started raining. Thankfully I didn't get too wet, but I'm going to put my hammock on this tree and that one. But here's the gear hanger. So it's a 20-foot piece of paracord, and I tie these knots on here. And when you put weight on there, they can't move left or right. So it's awesome. Highly recommend making one of these things. So I was gonna show you my hammock, but I'm worried that it's gonna start raining. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up my tarp and then put up my hammock afterwards. So I'll show you that in a few minutes. So it is humid and hot, but that's camping in the summer. So it's rained 3 times already, hard. Barely had time to put it up. It's not the best hang I've ever done, but it'll work and it'll keep me dry. Getting ready to go search for some firewood So I'm starting to get hungry. So I'm going to put together my twig stove and see if I can't get some wet wood going. Went and collected some firewood. Hopefully I'll be able to get a fire going also. So let me put this thing together. Trying to wipe stuff on my brand new chair. Well, here's the Quadra chair. Little cubby hole for something. Alright, gonna go get some wood and see if I can't get this thing started. So I'm getting ready to make dinner. So it's the Kickin' Chicken Hot Wings wrap. It says cook in bag meal, just add water. Cooking in bag. Open mix, remove and discard clay desiccant. Pour mixture into the outer bag. Add 4 ounces of cool water. Zip bag securely, shake to moisten. Massage to blend. Pat flat, set aside. Steep 15 minutes. Flip over occasionally to disturb moisture. Add mayo and Texas Pete to taste. Midway through, adjust moisture with a spoon. I read that wrong. Adjust moisture with a spoon or 2 of water needed. Serve portions of Kickin' Chicken down the center of a tortilla. Fold up and dig in. Well, I've had this once before and I had it cold. It was good, but I've also had it hot, and I definitely like it hot much better. So I already measured out the water for it, and I got the wood inside the twig stove. Hopefully my lighter works because I dropped it in the water. And that, folks, is why I keep a backup lighter. In my toiletry bag. Okay, got the one out of my toiletry bag. I've tried finding lids that fit that thing, and I've bought a couple, and they just do not work at all. So I just gave up on it. I'm actually going to make a cup of coffee, I think. So I'm going to end up boiling a little bit more water probably. Mayonnaise. More mayonnaise. Texas Pete hot sauce. Wow. Man, I forgot how good that stuff smells. It's getting smoky. So once I get the water boiling, I'm going to fill this baggie up with water. I'm going to set it in here for 15 minutes. So I'll be back when it's done. So it's literally only been about 3 minutes, but the water's already boiling. I wanted to show that to you. So I'll take it off. Try not to burn myself. Ant inside there. Good protein. Supposed to add all the other stuff later. Alright. So that's in there cooking. So this is what I bring the 5 gallons of water out in. Clean the bucket. I haven't set up the pocket shower yet. Eventually I'll get to it. But I was thinking about after this I might go for a paddle through some more mangroves. Perfect 1 cup of water. I filled this cup up with 1 cup of water, and I scratched some marks into it, and again with 3/4 cups and 1 cup, 2, whatever. Alright, let's see how long that takes to boil. It is 6:36 p.m. So this right here, hopefully you guys are seeing this. This right here is part of my kayak. It's a dry box that comes with it. It's not a submergible dry box, but it does keep your stuff dry. My Dagliadoro. This stuff is awesome. I do carry a firearm for protection. Ruger LC9S. Love this thing. Got a speaker for some tunes if I decide to put something on. I don't know if I told you about this. This is a 20,000, I believe, mAh is what they say. This thing will charge an iPhone, at least my iPhone, like 7 or 8 times before I have to charge it. Yeah, that's right. It's been 1 minute. It looks like most of my wood went away. Try and get some more, see if I can't bring that back. See bubbles inside the stainless steel cup. I guess it is coffee, it doesn't have to be boiling. Back in business. At least I thought it was. Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Alright, I'll call that a rolling boil. Or just a boil. 641. Not bad. So, it's been about 15 minutes. Time to eat. Man, that smells delicious. Just look at that. Man, they make some good stuff. Going to add the Texas Pete. package of mayonnaise. See how this tastes. Tortilla's falling apart. That is good. Well, I'm not going to make you watch me eat the whole thing. Just sitting here relaxing by the fire. Well, about 10 feet away from the fire. Good night, everybody. See you in the morning.
Good morning. I think it's about 9:15 in the morning. I slept fantastic. Just waking up. I would say it rained from 1 o'clock in the morning until, man, it's still raining now. It's just finally letting up. But look at all of these no-see-ums. I don't know if the camera will pick them up. Little, a couple there, a couple there, whole bunch of them. I am thankful that this bug net works. I tell you, they are worse than most mosquitoes. Well, time to get up, make some